technical difficulties, internet reception difficulties is the problemo. Kill that light, doggone it. There we go. Diddly dee, Millie. Oh boy. I got a new toy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Dime with How to Get Out of Babylon. We're building a tribe. Come on. It can't be that hard. Growing a tribe. Anyway, I have some backup lighting here. Oh, there it is. No. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that lights it up like daylight. Cool. Okay, I was on earlier and it didn't work, so I had to do a couple things. One thing, very important thing. And so I'm trying to go back on and see if anybody shows up. Hello out there, and hopefully you're not in zombie land. Hope you're not in occupied America. What is occupied America versus free America? In the movie Red Dawn, you know, the Jed and Matt and a few friends ended up in the Rockies. Calumet, Colorado. Doesn't exist, you know, fictitious town. But anyway, Calumet, Colorado, and they ended up, they went to a friend's house, and he says, "I'm surprised you boys showed up here. He says, we thought you'd gone to free America by now. You're right smack dab in the middle of occupied America." So, and I looked very, our Army qualification training for shooting training, rifleman training. Every Marine is a rifleman, right? Well, AQT was how to train civilians with military training system. Army qualification, AQT. The same as 100 yards, 100 meters. So anyway, point being is they had a big shoot at Waterman, Illinois, and they wanted everybody there. They wanted every instructor there, and they wanted 300 big bore, no 22s left. You can learn how to shoot with a 22, like a Ruger 1022 is the only rifle to get really at 25 meters. They wanted a full range, you know, 100 yards, big bore rifles, you know, 30-06, 308, whatever, maybe AR-15s. So it was free for anybody that wanted to go. It was free for the instructors, free for the, you know, free everything. Everybody wanted to attend free. So I don't know how many they ended up having. I don't remember hearing about it, but they wanted all the instructors from Missouri to go. And a lot of the Missouri instructors made the statement. They said, well, we don't really like to cross that big river because we don't like to leave free America. You know, you go from Missouri into Illinois, you're not in free America anymore. You're in occupied America. You're in a blue state instead of a red state. Or whatever. I don't know if this is a red state, but can you imagine the difference? Okay, so blather, blather, blather. I asked a question earlier when I was on. I said, can anybody tell me? A friend of mine made the statement. He said, Jerry, do you have any idea how much of the Old Testament and the New Testament point to one single solitary event? And my question is, what is that event that the Old and New Testament both prefigure and point to and speak of in the prophets, the Psalms, everything, the Gospels, epistles, book of Revelation? What's that one event that they point to? And it's a very, very powerful idea. So that's what we're looking at. And so I talked also about, I don't know how much of it got picked up and how much of it didn't, but people that come here that I kind of scratch my head like, why in the world did you bring them here, Father? You know, I talked about a man and a woman, one man, one woman, both very immoral, but both very gifted too, very talented and whatnot. So God has something up his sleeve. He knows something that I don't. He sees the future. So I try not to judge people and say, go away. I don't want you here. Now, in some cases, I have to do that because here's the deal. As I see it, you know, I'm a watchman and I'm a messenger. I give out an invitation. Come to this event. And I'm giving it away, so I'm not going to say anymore. Let me see if anybody's angel answered. Okay. Peter Van Lanen. Is that right? Van Lanen? I'll say you're Dutch. Eh? If you ain't Dutch, you ain't much. I know that much. From a church that I went to. Third Christian Reformed in Denver, Colorado. Peter Van Lanen. Or were you Boer South African? Hi, Peter. Hi, Coffee House Theology, Tony. Tony's Coffee Shop. And Reek. Hello there, Reek. How you doing? As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. What was it like in the days of Noah? Yeah. Oddly enough, yeah, angels mingling with humans is one of the big ones, and that's happening again. So people are dying to have sex with aliens. The other parallel is that a lot of human eating of humans, smoking gun, all road back to the Nephilim. Yep, Rick, you're right. I see whenever we can see that. Yes, what, Peter? And yeah, I was playing on the words there, playing on that verse. I know I didn't quote it wrong. I just adapted it a little bit. As it was in the days of David, and I'm saying that because I went to a meeting one time. It was the first International Goshen Builders Conference in Ava, Missouri. And there were four speakers. I was the first one, which was unfortunate because morning is not my best time. So I had to speak at 10 o'clock in the morning, which really sucked for me. Didn't have the software, the technology ready, and it was rough. Two young snotty-nosed kids, and then one was a pastor there from nearby in Missouri, Michael Peebles, and he made the statement in the course of talking. He said, everything that happened to Messiah, and everything that happened to David, and everything that I would add, and everything that happened to Joseph. Did he have somebody else? Everything happened to Messiah, David, and I would say everything that happened to Joseph is happening right now in the lives of those that Father has prepared, has chosen to lead his people through these difficult times ahead. That blew me away because, I mean, I'd already seen that. I'd been living outside the camp. My family had, excommunicated me basically years before I was divorced, years before. I had homeless camp number 1, homeless camp number 2, and homeless camp number 3. This is over a period of 3 years before the divorce. Probably starting about 2012. Whenever Michael Stockinger came, because he stayed at homeless camp number 3. So I already had 3 homeless camps, and when Michael Stockinger came out, and when Dwayne came, we were already hanging out at homeless camp number 3. Why did I call him homeless camp number 1, homeless camp number 2, and homeless camp number 3? Because I felt like I was homeless. I felt like my family, I had been thrown out of the house. And I longed for freedom. I got freedom. I got Shemitah 2015, and it was a Shemitah year, so this is another Shemitah year. So I'm looking for some restitution and restoration. So anyway, yeah. So I asked, what is the event that Old and New Testament both prefigure, we'll both look forward to and talk about so much? I'll look again and see if anybody has the answer. It's going to get cold here. We've got rain now, drizzling, but it's raining and it's going to snow, maybe ice. And then really flipping cold Thursday. I'm talking like 4 degrees or something like that. Ridiculous. So tomorrow I intend on, that's my plan, is tomorrow to get the stove fired up, do a top-lit updraft fire in the Airstream. So that's running. I'm going to keep it running. Hi, Jeremiah. I've been called a giant many times by strangers. Are you a big guy or are you just tough? Ray Sova said that he took down a giant in prison. Very interesting. "18 inches in St. Louis, supposedly." Oh, 18 inches of snow. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be fun. The cities are going to be a mess, huh? Big time they closed schools ahead of it. Wow. Sweet. Yeah, who cares, you know. Tough, alas. So, yeah, I'm going to just hang out. I'll be probably streaming a lot. I may stream during the day, as a matter of fact, so. Just because I got nothing else to do. I don't want to do anything else. I went shopping yesterday with a friend, took me shopping, so I got groceries. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to cut any wood. I got 4 cords of wood stacked up. I'll light up the stove and just keep it stoked, you know. That way if electricity happens to go out or somebody shows up for a visit, they'll have a nice warm place to stay. So kind of a double whammy, the double method, double shot there. Maybe Gaddy Anton will come by and visit me, Dad. I don't know if you want to be better. Okay, so anyway, let's open both eyes. What the hell? I tend to just have one eye open. I was talking earlier that when I opened my eyes, I was offline. I've been offline for several minutes, so I had blathered on for quite a while, and I didn't take. Okay, so anyway, trying to get situated around a little bit better. Anyway, so what is the event that the scriptures point to? Nobody's answering. All right. Get me a hey, I got a toy. See if I can get it turned off here. Okay. Where's my other light? My ever ready light, where is it? It's supposed to be right by my left hand there. I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. Kind of sucks when the switches, the rubber wears off of them, and then you can hardly turn them on. Okay, so this is a new headlight. I got it on Amazon. It's called a band light because it's got a cob. Cob means chip on board. And SMD is a surface mounted device. I think that's a surface mounted device. Maybe with a chip on board cob light. So it's kind of weird. It's got a motion sensor thing. So you turn it on. You can't even, very bright. 350 lumens there, and then you click it again, and it has a spotlight. And a high power, then low power, and then off. But the other thing you can do is turn it on, and then click the other switch. Which turned it into motion sensor. So if you wave your hand in front of it, it turns it on or off. Which might be convenient in some cases, but in most cases it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I got two of them. I got one from my friend Bill. How do you see? I can't turn it off now. Why on the hell? It's on the wrong end of it. Stupid. I was telling Bill it was a left hand. I thought I had it set it for left. I said this is prejudice for left hand people. And he turned it around and said, "Sure, you see the flashlight? It's angled. The spotlight thing." Let's see if I can show that to you. It's angled down. It's made for right-handed people. I'm like, oh yeah, you can put it upside down. Put it on the right side. Duh. I don't know why I thought that. I didn't look at it that carefully because he's left-handed. I think something that's prejudiced against right-handers in favor of left-handers. He goes, it's made for right-handers, Jerry. Pretty funny. Why is that? I can't find it. There it is. That's it, I think. You got to know where the heck it is. I'll tell you. Pain in the butt. There it is. Should be. It's at the top. Okay. Yeah. Whether it's right or left, whether I run it on right or left, I can figure out how to use it eventually. So I'm going to put it on cob on the band. It's called a band light is how you find them. And I'll set it up there, and that should give me really good backlighting and everything. And note, to extend your lighting, you can take a light and put it in the back of a gallon jug, and it diffuses, it sends the light out better. It doesn't work as good as the other one. Okay, so anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hang out and just probably do a lot of streaming. I don't know. I'm not going to go outside too much, especially when it's really cold. It's nasty. There's no reason to. There's nothing to do. Bill's totally cut up in wood. He's got about 4 or 5 wheelbarrow woods up on the cabinet. If he needs more, he's home. He can get it. A lot of times he'd be out driving, and his wife would be here by herself, or Lola, her mother. When Shirley and her mother were both here, I'd do all the wood, all of it. For a while there was a grasshopper in their cabin. Somebody that didn't do any work, but I got wooding for him. So okay, so anyway, hey, I'm going to turn this around. That's my problem. Phone's upside down. Rotate device. There you go. Cool. Okay, now we're cooking. I had it upside down basically for me. Turbo power connected. Yeah. Now I know where the camera's at. But, geez, I can't remember I don't know why I was being that silly. Silly, Miss Billy. It's gonna get too bright there. If I could point at the ceiling, it would be great. But if I do, it'd be blinded me. Let me see if I can do that. Nope, can't do it. I don't like it. Turn it the other way. That's about the best. All right, 6 people. Anybody got any answers to my question? What is the event that both the New Testament prefigure, point to, and talk about more than anything else? Check the comments. $12 here, 12 inches here in 12 inches, not 12 degrees here in balmy Indiana. Balmy Indiana. It's gonna be six here, 4 or 6. I'm not gonna. I missed the start. Well, that's your fault. No. Yeah, don't worry about it. I will say again. I'm gonna say this again and again and again. People, this is not just live stream. It records it. It uploads it as soon as it can. Like tomorrow morning, this will be uploaded. You can go back and listen to it again. You can pick up what you didn't get. You can, record it and upload it if you want. Not that they're worth it. I'm not saying that, but, if there's any links that I'm trying to put links in, but I'm not getting around to it because I just, between doing one of these stuff, I just have not gotten any of the links hardly uploaded. But I'll try to. If someone would take notes and send them to me, that would really help. Like just, you could have a tablet or something, or you could just speak it to text and send that to me by email. People do that for people. People do that like you do, as I say, do that for me. That would be nice. Who do you have for cell service provider? Maybe a cell booster. Verizon is the only one around here, so yeah. And I've looked at it. Yeah. It didn't work earlier, and it's been really good, but the weather's bad right now. But I put the tab on Wi-Fi and put it up above the window, so it's so high as it's going to get up to be all right for the rest of the night. Yeah, I bought one. He put it up over his place, and he doesn't really need it, but I don't want to take it away from him because he kind of paid for it, so oh well. I can get another one someday. He knows how to do them. He's the techie. IRA technotard. Can't cross the Canadian border to go back to Alaska. Who was in Alaska? I forget. Teresa Blair. Yeah, that's bumming. I'm in Silicon Valley, Mountain View, California, looking for somewhere to go. Go to the Ozarks. Come to the Ozarks, man. Where's everybody here from? I saw a few wheelbarrows locked. Well, get on it, buddy. What are you waiting until always after dark to do that? You must work something or do something during the day. Or learn how to fix a light in an RV or what? No. Sorry, she'll get it eventually. Set it by the tent door. Set what by the tent door? Okay, Teresa. Sorry. Hello, Teresa. Good to have you visit. Um. Okay. No, I was just adjusting lighting for my stream. I've been streaming a lot. My name is Jerry Diamond. I'm. Hello, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. And my channel is basically about where to go. And I will put it or go to one of the, just click on the links. Click on the last several videos on my channel, and one of them will have a description drop down with a whole bunch of information. Or look in the comments. Okay, but I'll try to remember to put up in this one as soon as it doesn't upload till like sometime tomorrow morning. It won't upload this video. We'll go back and rewind this, watch this again. But it doesn't do it until tomorrow. Well, sometime tomorrow morning, I'm busy, and I don't get around to doing it. And then I have other things to do, like I went shopping yesterday, grocery shopping for the month. And then by the time the next night rolls around, I want to do another stream. I'm trying to get as much information out there as possible. My YouTube channel is full of videos and playlists. I have about 800 playlists, seriously, 800 playlists. Check it out. So, Teresa, no, it's more than just lighting. I want people to get LED lights, LED headlights specifically, because they're worth their weight in gold. And that's from a man that survived a complete total collapse in Argentina. He survived one collapse, and then he survived another one. Well, I'm holding. I see that on here. That's the spot. There you go. That's the spotlight. So that's a wide light. It goes off to either side. It's got two of them. So they go off at an angle, and the high intensity, low intensity, and then the spotlight is the same thing. A beam, tight beam. Just further in the dark, and then low, and off. So I just got a couple new ones from Amazon, and they're really good. I like them a lot. Gotta get some water. Excuse me. Teresa, I prayed for you before I got on tonight. I prayed for Father to send out angels to let people know that they needed to listen to this. So, welcome aboard. So, try to get my voice to cooperate here. So the thing is that I believe, this is my contention, this is the core basic idea of my channel, is that in the continental United States, CONUS, CONUS, very large, gargantuan, safe haven. It is 500 miles from Canada, it is 500 miles from Mexico, it's 500 miles from the Rockies, and it's 500 miles from the Appalachians. I pegged it out. I can prove it. In fact, I found my computer today where I can really prove it now. Actually, I've got videos where I pegged that out. I can do it on a tablet even. I don't have to have a big desktop. You can take your tablet and go from the east corner to the Appalachians, the west to the Rockies, the north corner to the Canada, and the south corner to Mexico. And it's 500 miles in every case. Ballpark, give or take, It's not 1,000, it's not 200, it's 500, 500, 500, 500. What is the significance of that? Well, I think it's providence. God knew what he was doing. He didn't wake up and say, oh my gosh. He didn't wake up some morning and go, oh man, I didn't see the latest scamdemic coming. I didn't see this happen. I didn't realize that was going to happen. He planned everything from the start. So here's my contention. The Ozark Plateau was perfectly designed at creation as a gigantic, and I mean gigantic, gargantuan, 50,000 square mile fortress. And it's been mostly empty all those decades and centuries and millennia, okay, mostly empty for this point in time. He designed it knowing that there would be a big bunch of people coming here. That's my contention. And it's complete with a 1,000-mile moat around it, and it's with the moats, the rivers act as walls, like a castle, like a fortress. And it's got terrain that's favorable to the inhabitants, but not favorable to mechanized vehicles like tanks. Okay, and it's not going to be easy to take or do anything with. It's a safe haven. Most of the people that settled it were free-thinking people. They were mountaineers from the hills of Kentucky, Tennessee, and the White Mountains in Vermont and whatnot, the Appalachians. Those are the people that settled the Ozark Plateau, and they're still mostly free-thinking people here now, to this day. So that's my contention. Okay, so yeah, you're asking, you can't get into Canada. Well, good. Don't go to Canada. That's the worst place in the world to go. One of the worst places in the world you could go. Don't even think about it. Remember when you're driving through volcano territory to do it. And there's a whole lot of bad reasons. Russia's coming through Canada. So we'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, that's in a nutshell. And if you want to watch go to my channel and look up, do a search for how to get out of Babylon. Ozark Plateau Refugium. There is a safe place. Put my channel, there's a safe place, or Ozark Plateau, there is a safe place. That's the title, my title of my video. And Pastor Joe Fox uploaded to his channel, Viking Preparedness also, and it's called Ozark Refuge. Okay, it's an interview of me by him at his farm in High Prairie Acres in Kansas. So, very good videos. It's very concise. 11-minute, very brief, very to the point, and he chimes in it here and there from really good points. So, Teresa, I hope you will listen, because if you want to go somewhere, most everybody on here that are going to be on this videos, and usually there's about 10 or 12 people. Sometimes there's 10 or 12 people. Several of them are already here in the Ozark Plateau. Ray is, Gaddy Anton is, Jackie is. Several people are wanting to get here. Rock is heading here. Dave is heading here. Moral Compass wants to come here. So, Michelle. Some people are stuck in California. That's not good to be stuck. So, back to the channel tomorrow. Listen to the video again if you missed the beginning of it or the end of it. Listen to it again, or and make a comment, and then I can go to your channel and subscribe to your channel also. I do that a lot. So thanks, Jack. Hey, you made it, Jackie. I was just talking about you. Ozark in Missouri, yeah, Arkansas, and a little in the east side of Oklahoma. Southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, and northwest Arkansas. So if you put a circle on Springfield, take a compass like a drafting compass, and make a circle at 120 miles, that'll pretty much take in the entire Ozark Plateau and the river basins, river bottoms. It's rough, but that's pretty much where God's bringing people to. There's about 40 counties in Missouri, 40 counties in southwest Missouri, 12 counties in northwest Arkansas, 3 to 5 counties in northeast Oklahoma, and 5 to 7 counties in southeast Kansas. So there's about 60 counties total. And I went into the whole story the other night. I think it was last night or the night before, but I told how I came up, how that happened. It was very providential. Thanks to Marjorie Wild Panama or some Puerto Rico. She went to Puerto Rico instead, which I don't have good feelings about that. There's an old saying that says that most men, I said this, that's not an old saying, it's a saying that I made up in 1993. A lot of people are going to die because they thought they were smart enough to think for themselves. And a lot of more people, I made an addition to that about 10 years ago, a lot more people are going to die because they knew they were not smart enough to think for themselves, but they were not smart enough to pick the right person that was smart enough to think for themselves, to do their thinking for them. In other words, they realized that they needed help, but they picked the wrong leader. They followed the wrong leader. You know, Chuck Baldwin or Joel Skousen or James Wesley, Rawls. You know, the Pope of the Christian survivalist movement, as I call him. Shoot first, ask questions later. Us four, no more. I'll kill to defend my food. Christian survivalist is an oxymoron, people. It's an oxymoron. It's one of the biggest oxymorons in all of human history in the English language. Christian survivalist, my ass. Yeah. Let me know how that worked out for you, because the point of the matter is, I made this point before. The only people who are going to survive are the people that are peaceable and are not going to be out killing. You go out killing, you're going to be killed. You want to kill people because they're going to touch your food. If you were to survive physically, you'll be dead spiritually. So, my voice is not cooperating. So, I think Mexico would be good. Why? Oh my God. You could talk to somebody I know. Haven't been able to actually talk to her for quite a while. Okay. San Miguel, Mexico. There's a big white community there. And this woman is an empath. She is very, very sensitive. And she did not want to be in America when it fell apart. So she planned this for 2 years without telling me. And she knew that she said, you're so certain, you're 100% certain that you're right. And I said, yep, I am. She said, well, I know that, I understand that. And she said, but can you tell me why? I said, just because that's what everybody says the same thing. This is what's happening. This is a safe haven. God planned it from the start, from the creation. He planned this as a safe haven for this point in time. But this was her backup plan to come here to me. And she asked me, and I said, yeah, okay. And I have 15 cats. I said, well, get rid of the cats, Well, that wouldn't work. Anyway, she went to Mexico. She went to San Miguel, Mexico. Made it back into the country. I don't know if she made it back with the skin of her teeth, the clothes on her back. If she got her truck back here or not, I don't know. I do not know. Whatever happened was not good. It was really horrific because she's not been able to talk to me about it. So do not go to Mexico. That'd be the stupidest. Not quite as bad as Canada probably, but just about. You could go to Panama or Puerto Rico or whatever, and there's just none of them are good. All right, I'm not gonna. If you want to ask, my email is dmnds2001@yahoo.com. Delta Mike November Delta Sierra 2001@yahoo.com. Write me if you have questions. And I'll give you my phone number if you want to talk on the phone. I'll do that too. My family lives in Alaska. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow. Yeah, there's Alaska Prepper up there and an Eskimo in Alaska. I don't know if maybe you're familiar with those channels. They're both really good. Eskimo in Alaska is on my channel quite a bit. She chimes in once in a while. Very sweet lady. Okay. Alaska Prepper is pretty good too. Okay, sure. Your whole family's up there. I don't know. Going through Canada would be a nightmare. Oh my gosh, right now it'd be just a nightmare. You can take a plane or a ferry from California up there. So there's other ways to get there other than driving. My friend Bill here, that I live with here, he drove the Alcan Highway. I don't know. I think he said 200 times. Made that trip 200 times, something like that. Not just 20 or 30, is 100 or better. I'll ask him again, but so he lived in Tok, Alaska. Is that right? Yeah. Tok, Tok. You can still find a thing about him on the line. North Star Truck Stop. That was his business back when. So, and his mother-in-law ran it for a while too. After they got rid of it, they came to Arkansas. Went to Arkansas, then now they're in Missouri. I forgot to get apple cider vinegar. That's so irritating. Darn it. So anyway, yeah. Whereabouts is your family in Alaska? That would be interesting to know. I don't have a lot of contacts up there, but Bill doesn't either at this point. It's been quite a while since he's been gone. When you say your family's there, is that your parents? Now, if you have somebody in Alaska and they live there and they know the ropes and everything, you can get to them. That might not be a bad place. But my take on it is that when the Russian comes across, they're going to take anything and everything that they want. There will be no possibility of stopping them. So our military can't stop them. So. Yeah. Also, Teresa, they have a whole series of videos from different aspects, but one of the series is called the Ozark Plateau Refugium versus the Pacific Northwest Redoubt States. The idea of go to the Pacific Northwest, PNW. It's like white supremacist land, Nazi land. Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and eastern Washington, eastern Oregon. So those states up there, the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of preppers up there, a lot of survivalists, a lot of believers up there, supposedly. My take on it is that most people going there, people that are there, people going there are goats, and people coming here are sheep. Total difference in mentality. There, they believe in eating long pork, human beings. They believe in shoot first, ask questions later, us for no more. When somebody comes to your door and needs food, the biggest question is, should I feed them or should I eat them? Should I feed them or eat them? And I've heard that from literally out of people's mouth, Christians. Yeah. So people up there are planning on killing people for food. Down here, people are madly trying to grow food as much as possible so they can feed other people. Goats versus sheep. We'll separate the goats from the sheep. And what is the main thing about goats and sheep in Matthew? I will say to those on my left, depart from me, I never knew you. Why? Because I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty and you didn't give me water. I was sick and you didn't come and visit me. I was cold and you didn't give me anywhere to stay warm. That's the Pacific Northwest. Goats. No, not 100%, but a lot of them. I'd say a greater percentage of 80-20 really, and probably 80% of the people up there are goats. By their own admission, they're goats. I'm going to shoot you if you try to take my food. If you even ask for food, I'm going to shoot you and kill you, and then I'll eat you. That's the Christian mindset up there. Quote unquote, oxymoron again, So down here, it's like, how many people can I feed? How many people can I shelter? How many people can I provide, clothing for? How many people can I keep healthy by giving them good nutrition and good, alternative health capability? So that's what I'm all about. So that's the difference between the sheep and the goats. That's the difference between the Pacific Northwest and here. I gotta stop mumbling, right? Okay, sorry. But the title of that series, now someone would take notes and send them to me, like I said, an email or text or Facebook Messenger. I can, get on and remember to do it. It would make it easier for me, more likely to get it done. Wasilla. Okay, that sounds familiar. Brother, aunt, cousins, 1 hour north of Anchorage, Wasilla. Okay. I can fly, but then I'm going with no truck and no tools. Well, the thing is, are you going to get there at all with the truck and tools? I don't know. That it's a tough at this point in time with the whole lockdown and the scamdemic. And look what's going on in Australia. Look what's going on in Canada. You know, masks and restrictions and lockdowns and everything, mandates. I mean, it's just getting insane. You can't even drive a truck in there without, you vaccinated. You got to be vaccinated to fly. Probably. I don't know. I would look into it. Maybe boat, whatever. Just slip through somehow, or hitchhike. No, I understand. You got tools and stuff. You have to sell everything. I mean, if you really if you feel really strongly led to go there, then you got to go. If I were you, I'd rethink things, and if I were you, I would listen to somebody like me. No, I'm just saying it might be that, well, like I said, I prayed right before I did. This is the first time I've done this, but I did pray, Father, send your angels out stream tonight that needs to listen to it. And that was after work. It kept you listening. If you are, it may be that you're the one that, the Father wants to speak to. So, but like I said, this region is 50,000 square miles, the Ozark Plateau. Look at it on the map. It stands out like a bright green diamond, and it's a diamond. I have seen pictures of it on a Weather Channel one time. An absolute perfectly pristine diamond, which is two opposing facing 120 degree angles of degrees of angle. Okay, that means safety. That very designation means arc, means safety. So it's a gigantic arc, doubly distressed and doubly defended. So, but it's a 50,000 square miles. Okay, that's 10 times larger than Switzerland. There's an occupied area of Switzerland, which is 1/3 of the landmass, because most of it is Alps, right? Swiss chalets are pretty, but there's not very many of them because it takes a lot of hiking to get to them. Remember Heidi and her friend, the sick friend, Charlotte, whatever her name was. Heidi had goats. She milked the goats, and her friend got healed by drinking the goat milk. Because the goats would eat a lot of herbs, Okay, so I'm about done here. My voice is not picking up at all. Normally I've been drinking water and it's been better, but I don't know, maybe it's a cold, maybe it's dry. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to last much longer. So there's a big, large, huge area right in the middle of the United States. It's 500 miles from Mexico, 500 miles from Canada, 500 miles from the Rockies, and move along. There's nothing to see here. No. God designed this region at creation for this point in time. It's been mostly empty ever since. And I asked a question the other night. I said, there's 6 things that you have to have for a fortress to withstand a siege. And nobody answered the last part. I said, what is the 6th one? I said, it's got borders, it's got walls, it's protected, has internal protected terrain, has internal protected water supply, internal protected food supply, internal protected materials for building and for heating, called trees. Came here. They bulldozed hundreds and hundreds of tons of trees just to clear one 10-acre lot. They bulldozed the fence line. You'll see huge mountains of trees back there, and they burn them. They line them up and burn them. Talk about carbon sequestering. All right. I have to quit here. Plus, I need to sleep anyway. So, Teresa, if you're listening, look at that. Everybody out there, look at that. That there's a large region, large enough to take in everybody that comes here. Up to, I would say, 50 million plus people total could be here. I figure there's maybe 10 million, because you think of population of Missouri, population of Arkansas, population of Oklahoma, little tiny. Look at the county. I guess I could look at county populations. I could add that up. I might do that someday. That's a good thought. I say, well, you can't. Just guessing. I'm saying there's probably 10 million people here in the Ozark Plateau. There's food and 40 million, 40 more people here. I say that because Switzerland is the population of the occupied area of Switzerland. Occupied area of Switzerland is 1,166 people per square mile, 1,200 people per square mile. Now, compared that to other countries, it's median, maybe, I don't know. But point being is the population here in Missouri is, I don't know, well, comparison is on the other end of the scale. Per square mile here in Wyoming, yippee-ki-yay, that means that 66 people can take it over. Dummy. So, I'm going to sign off. Good night, everybody. I'm going to sign good night because I'm not, I can't do this anymore. My throat's hurting. I don't need to get a cold. Ray Sova. Oh, hallelujah. Mexico's not a good choice. If you're American born, Mexican. Good night, Jeremiah. Did Wyoming just go blue? I have no idea. Don't really care either. Wouldn't be surprised. Let's serve them right. Yeah, listen to Ray. I mean, that's good. And when you're talking Catholic, you're talking, witchcraft, voodoo. I mean, horrific. You look at all those drug dealers in Mexico. They're Catholic. They're tattooed from nose to or top of their head. You get tattoos for killing people, having sex with people that are dead. I mean, they do it all. You don't want to be around there. I mean, where else in the world have you blocked highways, seen highways closed down because of a whole dump truck load of 17 tons of human skulls dumped on the road? That's Mexico. That's not a safe place to be, people. I hope people listen to this. Well, we'll continue this again. I'm doing this almost every night, Teresa, and I'll be on tomorrow night too. Jackie, good night. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Ray. Good night, anybody else that was on. Jackie, Teresa. Tony, good night. Coffee House. I'll check out your videos. Good, Teresa. Yeah, do that. Ray, good evening. Good evening. What state is the Ozarks? Okay, and then Jackie answered that. That's good. Yeah, 40 counties in Missouri, southwest Missouri, 12 counties in northwest Arkansas, 3 to 5 counties in northeast Oklahoma, and 5 to 7 counties in southeast Kansas. That's it. Rent a car, fly out here, and look around. Okay, I'm starting to the top up here. Reek, I guess we lost Reek. Hi, Reek. Good night, Reek. Good night, Peter. Good night, Jeremiah. Good night, Tony. Coffee House Theology. Good night, Ray. Good night, Jackie, sweet sister. Please stay warm. Please stay alive and get here. Dave and Rock both are probably going to be here fairly soon. I found you. I just got your stream, but you keep cutting out. Yeah. Stay warm. These fifth wheelers are cold. Get some solar light. Oh. Yeah. I got 110. I don't need solar. I'm 110. 919. Okay. Good night, Teresa. Your blessing that you got on, Teresa. I think I prayed for you. I'm pretty sure you're the only new person here, so I prayed for you before I came on. That well, Father would bring somebody here that needed to hear what I had to say. So, and then I prayed for what I was supposed to be saying. So I hope that works out for you. Watch some of my videos. There's a series, like I said, called the Ozark Plateau Refugium versus the Pacific Northwest Redoubt States. Ray, good night, Ray. And I've got one called the Manifesto for the Ozark Plateau. That was one message, but it broken up into a little snippets, 5 and 8 minutes. When the camera figured to stop. My granddaughter did it, so I just uploaded it as it was because I didn't know anything, but I didn't know how to do it. Good night, Ben Bob. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandma. Good night, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Who's Elizabeth? Ain't no Elizabeth's on here. Good night, Mama. You smart ass. Good night, John Boy. Yeah. All right, good night, everybody. God bless you. I love you. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night for sure. Well, pretty much for sure. I'll probably stream from the Airstream because I'll have the fire going. We'll have a fireside chat. So, all right, good night. Bye-bye.